I'm bored. I'm waiting for a bus. I'm heading over to Bazan Library. I'm hungry and out of money for food. You can decapitate me how many sweaters on the sons that rape me, then steal my money and get in the way of me receive money. It's April, what is it? 22nd, 2025. You can decapitate everyone that stays in my homes without my permission, that steals my money and gets in the way of me receive money. You can decapitate everyone that has caused my poverty, anxiety, depression, homelessness, to separate Jada and Kehlani from me, trying to rape Jada and Kehlani. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. That's mostly everyone in my family of origin, the relatives, neighbors, and colleagues. Tagging the FBI in this post, NATO, Interpol, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, the Justice Department in the United States, the International Criminal Court, maybe the U.S. Army, maybe the U.S. Marines. Even though the International Criminal Court exists, I'm seeking that you decapitate immediately Benjamin Suarez and his sons that rape me and steal my money and get in the way of me receive money. I think their names are Andrew, Alex, Basura, Leach. What else? 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 They're terrorists. The girls trying to rape me. Ew. So no basura. What else? They stole my money to date them decades ago. Terrorized me in my bedroom, in my parents' home. Stole my money. They get in the way of me receiving money. They're starving me on purpose, trying to steal my generational wealth that I don't have access to. They're disgusting. They're so gross. Some people are watching 0 like this post. You can give me money in person if I trust you through PayPal. It's AR Blue Sky Design Store. Lo que estoy pensando, straight to my heart. Arlene Lorenzo Art Shop. INTAYIAFAY. I am Tire Shop. My GoFundMe campaign is gofundme.com/f/Arlene-Lorenzo-. What else? 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 I'm bored. I'm bored. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? You can decapitate David Ledesma that raped me in 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. You can decapitate Juan Manuel Delis that raped me in 2017. You can decapitate Richie Hill that raped me in 20... What is it? 20... You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez and his sons that rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. You can decapitate Sarah Francis. You can decapitate Jerry Mohana. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez and his sons that rape me and steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. What else? 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 You can decapitate Berenice Venegas. You can decapitate Amanda Herrera. You can decapitate Jorge Avilés that raped me in 2016. He was after my vagina picture, most likely, para enseñárselo a Janitza Muñoz Carrero. I didn't remember any of that. They want to brag to my face, possibly trying to get me to kill myself and be like, you knew that I told you que si bailas con Jorge y yo no me entero. They're disgusting. So they're like, when you send that picture to Jorge, me la enviaste a mí también, okay? They're disgusting. They're disgusting. I don't talk ever to Janitza Munoz Carrero to know if she saw my vagina picture or not. I briefly talked to Jorge Javier up until 2021. I suffer from amnesia due to starvation. So I wouldn't remember any of those conversations in the past because I don't take their threats serious. That they have a hate crime towards me. They're disgusting. I'm an adult. So I don't live my life thinking, well, si bailo con Jorge Javier, te tengo que reportar a Janitza Muñoz Carrero. What else? What else? What else? You can decapitate Janitza Muñoz Carrero. You can decapitate Joey Muñoz Carrero. You can decapitate Samuel Muñoz Carrero. You can decapitate Samuel Muñoz Morales. You can decapitate Luz Carrero. You can decapitate Arlene Muñoz Carrero. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez on his sons that rape me and steal my money and get in the way of my receive money. They asked Jorge possibly to join the Air Force for a few years so he and I would end up in San Antonio at the same time. They looked up at what basis Edgar would be at because they steal my money and they try to rape me. Benjamin traffic Edgar and I into Edgar joining the Air Force so that Edgar and I could have peace and raise 2 babies for myself and Edgar. Well, his sons that want to rape me and steal my money and try to kill me went on to find out what bases I would be at. They're like, well, Jorge, you're just going to join the Air Force around the time that are in San Antonio because we truly need that pussy picture or we'll kill her. Is what they say. Then they laugh and they're like, este menorito joined the Air Force, sacrificed years of his life in San Antonio, getting me a pussy picture when I receive. I'm like, oh, that's it? Oh, whatever. Dan un asco, gente. He does anything for my sibling. My other sister's a sweetheart to him. Or my brother. They're disgusting. That also want that pussy picture, yeah. You can decapitate Arlene Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate Arlene Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate Jorge Avilés. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez and his sons that rape me and steal my money and get in the way of mercy and money. They're disgusting, so gross. Ew. Behind the scenes, I imagine they're disturbing. Fuck. The FBI may read that. What else? 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 You can decapitate Michael Norman that went on to work in Air Force Base to run into me and rape me. Another picture tracker, locator, strategic. I'll possibly receive money, go on today, won't ever find out that someone that I'm sending pussy pictures to is sending them to David Ledesma, Ginny Dandaliris, Asquerosita, Lorenzo Suarez, and Andrew Suarez if they don't get the death penalty. So that's why I'm asking that you decapitate David Ledesma, that you decapitate Ginny Dandaliris, Lorenzo Suarez, and that you decapitate Andrew Suarez if that's his name. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez and his sons that rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of my receive money. They call everything by faces. They're, well, now guys, don't despair. We have her pussy picture. Maybe in 30 years she'll let us rape her. They have groupies of my vagina. They're so gross. Ew, 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 ew. They thought the public would side with them. The public would side sometimes with me. People have better things to do. Plus, in a courtroom, people need to be quiet if they're just spectators. So this is basically me on social media as the trial run of that death penalty case that I'm seeking for the people that steal from me, for the people that rape me, for the people that get in the way of receiving money, for the people that stay in my homes without my permission, for the people that steal my vehicles. Or a judge will say these live videos suffice for her testimony. We don't want her to be inconvenienced and be in court every day at 7 in the morning. That never works. With the victim remembering why is she poor. Sometimes it's like I woke up, I got a falafel and a coffee, I'm ready. And then a prosecutor starts asking one as the victim questions, and one is like, I don't know. I don't remember. I was raped. What the fuck, dude? I'm just here eating this falafel, drinking coffee and water, and planning my next meal. What do you mean, or raped me in 2016? But that was so long ago. What do I even need to talk about that? Oh, no, I don't want to talk about David Ledesma raping me in 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. No, I don't want to be talking about either. Titties and daddies on society, stealing my money and getting in the way of me receiving money, saying to me that she does that so that I get raped. I don't want to be talking about how my siblings are creepy terrorists either today. So I would go on the entire time in court, most likely not denying that it happened, but in the format of words that it makes it there to be like, okay, we need to probe her a little bit more, Miss Lorenzo. Okay, you need to think this through. Take a deep breath. Don't kill yourself. Look at these text messages of Jorge Aviles mocking you. Your vagina stretched out after having babies because you didn't have babies with him. That's usually what they use to try to hurt one. And him mocking your hair, your gray hair, as if Andrew doesn't have any by now. Because they're stuck in when Jorge was 5 years old and you were, 19 maybe? And didn't have gray hair back then, so he thought he could get you pregnant at 5 years old. And he's mad at his penis right now. Did Jorge Aviles rape you in 2016? Yes or no? Yes. So that there's no doubt. Okay, I didn't say, no, he didn't rape me. I would have said, I don't want to talk about Jorge Aviles raping me. So they need to probe a little bit more and ask more direct questions. So that gets recorded in court. Instead, I'm like, Lottie, no, I was a Bibliotech West. I need new Nike. By the way, Jorge Aviles raped me in 2016. And I'm seeking the death penalty for Jorge Aviles. What else? You can decapitate David Ledesma, that raped me in 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. You can decapitate Michael Norman, that raped me in 2016. You can decapitate Ginny Tendalides and Cesare, que son un asco, una basura, eso no es una mujer. Esa tipa metiche as fuck. Y se hace pasar por mi mejor amiga, siendo fuck me instead of my crushes that aren't worth pursuing because they aren't men. Dan un asco, gente, son una basura. I want to order food from La Madeleine through Uber Eats, and I don't have money. And I want to pay the electricity of my apartment today. Benjamin Suarez, Lorenzo Sons, Dirigent Daliris, Lorenzo Suarez, Jorge Aviles, And a few other people are trying that I get cancer so that I die so that they get the death penalty for a purpose, for actually having killed me. Or they think that if I get cancer, then it won't be their fault that they killed me. Ew, I heard all the threats. Like, I didn't want to see Jorge Aviles again. I didn't want to see Richie Hill again. When I'm financially stable, I plan to travel the planet and meet people, ideally polyamorous men. Those leeches get in the way of me receiving money because they're like, no, then you need to stop sucking your dick and then following whoever you date and being like, I'm better at Arlene. Fuck me for life then. Ew. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. So they steal my money so I can't date. They terrorize my parents to not provide for me. They're like, you have to fix this issue. Yes, okay, we'll marry Ginny Jandaliris on Suárez instead of you because she took us hostage. Pero this leech está pendiente. It's like, so guys, ¿quién más le gusta a Arlene para yo ir y decirle Merlin? Ew. So they're starving me on purpose, trying to get rid of Ginny Jandaliris or trying to get her to grow up. Ese tipo es un puerco. He's a sex addict. He doesn't know how to remove himself from a non-woman. Gente, es un bruto. Yo no quiero eso near me ever. Ew.
Right now, when I put it
Thanks, Mom. I'm gonna live at 300 Main, between Claudia or the Arts Residences, or Thompson Hotel, Firehouse. Not yet to do. What else? Before the intern home. Oh, eventually I went to run, so I'm like, I'm in San Antonio, I'll stay at my apartment. What else? That is much appreciated for some, for others. It's like, never mind. She's supposed to be conscious. I'm in my apartment at 71st Kitty Hawk Road, 63 Congress, Texas, 78 and 109. Here if you need to find. Yeah, I sleep through the night. My babies sleep through the night. Because multiple issues are going on, like that positive price and stuff. Like, our kids still have a care in the world at night, and their address is public at the moment. Porque he keeps an eye on that too. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? The terrorists are mostly everyone in my family of origin. Their relatives, neighbors, and colleagues, and they can find my address by saying to them, so when I posted my address online, I'm like, by now, like the biggest threats are my siblings. They already know my address. So I don't foresee anyone hurting me, Jada Gilani, just for me posting my address online or saying I'm here, there. My siblings tried to censor me because they're death penalty worthy and I can kill my siblings in self-defense. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? You can decapitate anyone that is a civilian. You can decapitate you. They want to scold me of why did I make my address public and show the planet is safe. My was like, there was a creepy guy that was like, I don't know what's going on here, so I must get to it. And we're like, please don't. Please don't. So we had to rehab that guy. But so far, so that it's a safe planet. What else? 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 People sometimes drive by and see one put inserted a key in a home, and that's how they this one's address. Or location sometimes. What else? What else? What else? What else? I would say there on Hyatt today. I stayed in La Quinta by myself and I posted it. Jada was in my apartment with me last year. And I posted about it live on social media. I didn't post like with anyways. I just checked it. You can decapitate me, I mean, censor rate me, tell me money, get in the way of your safety. It's April 21st or 22nd. 2020. I need money for food. You know, still possibly not in the clear that I'll start receiving money and become mad at everyone in the press of why did you let me start just to see ugly guy's picture. So I'm being patient. Though to me, I'm always in the clear to receive money. Some people make me go engaging by how other people behave, how they behave. That's terrible sometimes. They're like, well, if it were me and I received money at this point, I would be so mad. And probably, but you're not going to do something here. What else? I'm bored. Thank you. What else? I missed it. I missed it. I'm going to shop at chicken. What else? 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 Porque nada tus ojos Oh, some people say a lot of them kill themselves before you kill them in self-defense. Before you would go on to find out who the musicians that they raped were. I've been warned of that weeks ago. You can decapitate my main sons that raped me, that steal my money. I gotta know if you receive money. They stole my money. They stole my money. I was a child, so I couldn't date them. They visited me in my childhood bedroom, in my parents' home, to rape me full. They terrorized my parents to starve me for them to rape me ill. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. I don't ever want them near me. I don't ever want them near me. What else? What else? What else? I'm gonna shop at HEB and I don't have money for food. My footsteps kicking on the 25th floor. What else? What else? What else? What else? That's how the illegal prostitutes, they want me to show. Well, girls and gentlemen, you get footsteps and then you put el culo así. Y te prostituye ilegalmente como María Echevarría González, como Arlene Lorenzo, Suárez, que me roban mi dinero. Porque that's who Andrew, Alex pay with the money that they steal from me. They're like, pretend to be Arlene, dame tu culo. So there's some of them are culoneras. That's why they show up to those comments and I just laugh hysterically in disbelief that I didn't even take screenshots of what they say of how disgusting they are. Pero people did. I don't even go on to find out those. What else? I made my post public so that the police can record whatever they want to record about those leeches that bullied me on Facebook in 2020. So they think that I'm gonna be grupera like them and be like, well, I'm gonna continue to be on footsteps and then poner el culo así para que me paguen gift cards. Dan un asco, gente, son una basura, son una asquerosidad. I painted with my daughters and sons that I have crushes on decades ago as a child, and they stole my artwork, they stole my money, they stole my homes, they stole my vehicles, and they pay leeches with my money to pretend to be me. They're disgusting. Una basura, una asquerosidad. El tipo es un puerco. You can decapitate me. Today, I want María Echevarría González to kill herself today. Suarez and his sons that rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of your same money to kill themselves today. They want to be like, baby, but you're the one. Arlene is just extra. Let's steal from her. And I give you everything with her money. Tú fuiste la que me lo mamaste primero. That's what I told my mira, Arlene tiene 44 años, todavía no me lo va a mamar. Y nunca me lo va a mamar. So that's why I'm like, kids, I pull, le quito a la que no me lo mama y se lo doy a la que me lo mama, baby, you're the one for me. What else? What else? What else? El tipo es un puerco, una basura, una asquerosidad. You can decapitate me, having sodas and assistants that rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of your same money. You can decapitate everyone that stays in my homes without my permission, steals my vehicles, steals my money. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm headed over to Texas for my first day. This will go on probably for 8 months because they're trying for me to get canceled. I'm like, Dali, finally, mi amor. Arlene se murió de cáncer. No puedo estar casada. Amarilis, ven aquí. Consuela, is what a lot of people fear he'll do that. They're like, well, si se muere cáncer, doesn't mean that he's gonna be like, okay, me quedo con estas. Y ellas están así, holding hands together como Miss Universe, or with flowers in their hands, esperando. So Celine se muere, am I my bitch? Am I my bitch? Am I my bitch? They have groupies. I foresee possibly behind the scenes trying to gauge if there is a main bitch or not. And what do you think? Will he ever get over Arlene? What else? What else? What else? La fake lesbiana que va violando con ese cuento. What do you think? They're sex addicts, they're rapists. They're like, wow. Andrew, yo lo voy a decir a esas nenas. Sí. You'll ever get over Arlene. A ver si le damos la tota mujer que triste. That's what they do, sadly. They're very disgusting. Ew. I haven't told us on sons that rape me. That steal my money and get in the way of your same money. I've been with people for more than 30 years. Trying to get ahead of me in dating. There's no such thing as that. Tipo un bruto, un puerco, una asquerosidad. Ew. Yo quiero que lo maten con un tubo, que me dan un cantazo. What else? El tipo es un puerco. You can decapitate Julieta Suarez. You can decapitate Marilisa Chavarria Gonzalez. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez Lorenzo sons. That raped me, that's my money. I'm so bored. I'm so bored. You can give me money in person through PayPal. It's AR Blue Sky. Blue Sky Designs Go. No que estoy pensando, straight to my heart. Arlene Lorenzo Art. Shop INTAYIAFAY entire shop. My GoFundMe campaign is gofundme.com/f/Arlene-Lorenzo. You can decapitate Cyrus Peña, traffic me into poverty, to rape me and then brag that he's married to get to Evelyn, my sister. They're trying to get me to kill myself. They're disgusting because I won't join them in using drugs or killing people or raping people or boasting about like, who did you hurt today? They have pictures like that. Who did you hurt today? I can't relate to anything that they do. But who did you hurt today? And then they boast and they're like, no, not that one. Oh yeah, sure, that one. Oh, okay, so now I know what you said. I'm gonna try to get her to kill herself by saying this. Because they were kids. Even their parents are like, you need to be embarrassed of yourself. You don't behave correctly. You're already death penalty and worthy by the age of 18 if you don't correct that. Just like my parents can tell me what to do. Okay. Ew. They moved into my home without my permission because their parents sometimes are like, why can't you be like Arlene que se porta bien? So they're like, oh, ya voy a montarme en su carro sin su permiso y robárselo. Si tú quieres que yo sea como Arlene, le voy a robar su vehículo. Ew. They're disgusting. They're so gross. So gross. You can decapitate everyone that steals my vehicles. You can decapitate everyone that stays in my homes without my permission. You can decapitate everyone that gets in the way of me receiving money. You can decapitate everyone that steals my money. You can decapitate everyone that steals my jewelry. You can decapitate me, how many sweater sons that rape me, that steal my money, and get in the way of receiving. What else? What else? What else? I'm gonna live with Jane Kiloni 300 Main, or the Floodgate, or 7600 Broadway, or Art House, or the Arts Residences, or the Thompson Hotel. We go to the Dominion near La Cantera. Definitely in Aguada, Puerto Rico, most likely. What else? 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 I'm bored. I'm bored. What else? I'm bored. I want to order food through Uber Eats. Possibly from Navarino. Or a waffle. Fruit, coffee, and water. And I got money. You can decapitate everyone that steals my money. You can decapitate everyone that gets in the way of receiving money. You can decapitate everyone that stays in my house without my permission. You can decapitate everyone that steals my papers. Doing the evil thing of letting me come back. Okay, to everyone else. I love one. That will be affected or has been affected. Actually, thank you so much for watching my phone. I'm eating my apple. So I'm watching my apple. I have a song library with many episodes of the phone. It's air the sky, it's the sun's phone, the second song goes straight to my heart. And my name is Arlene Shop, INTAYRALY and Tire Shop. My GoFundMe campaign is gofundme.com/f/Arlene-Lorenzo. This thing likes.